Hey girl, it's Coach B. Wiley. I have a question for my Ask B. Wiley segment where you can ask me your questions. And the question that I pulled today from Cure.com is, what warning signs show that a dating situation may head towards a possible disconnect, and what can be done to address it? So, if you're dating someone right now and things have been going well, however, you feel there has been a shift, and you're also thinking that this person probably doesn't want to date you anymore, the best thing you can do is, like they said, address it. I love that they said, how can I address it? Because that's what I always say. And if you don't know now, you know. If you have a conflict or a question and you're dating someone, you need to know something. You never assume. You never lead with emotion. You always ask and you inquire. So say, for example, if they're becoming distant with phone calls, when you generally talk literally every day, not necessarily at the same time, because you don't want to get hung up on that. Dudes, from my understanding, from my experience and talking to men, they don't like to be so routine because that can get very much so boring and played out. So don't really trip on if you're doing the same thing every single day. We're talking about you're barely talking. You go from talking every day to every other day to every few days. Now it's like down to texting. That is a problem. So you want to address that. If you're feeling like you're going on dates, you used to have a set day every week, and maybe the day changed, and now you're not really dating at all, and it's been like 3 weeks. You want to address that because perhaps something is going wrong. Now, you don't want to assume that he doesn't want to date you. However, you must pay attention to the signs. And if it were me, let's say if it were me and I was in a dating situation and a guy wasn't calling as often, he's really more so texting. If we're not seeing each other as often, he's got an excuse. If he's not actually opening up about anything when we are communicating, that is a problem. So you go to him, and I would go to him and I would say, you know what? These are the things that I really appreciated about you before. Like, we would talk every day, most days, all day when we're not working and or with our children. I really appreciated that. I really enjoyed us spending one-on-one time on the weekends. That will be our time to hang together. I really appreciated the fact that at any given moment I could shoot you a funny meme and you'll send me something back. Just small things that I really appreciate. However, I've noticed over the course of the last 2 weeks, we're barely talking. I'm the one generally initiating conversation. If I don't initiate conversation, then I won't get anything from you. You're giving me short responses if we are texting. You're just not present. See what I just did? I addressed it. I didn't roll my neck. I didn't yell. I didn't scream. I didn't make no assumptions. I was very direct and I gave examples. And if you're in this situation, I want you to do the same thing. Don't fly off the handle. Don't make assumptions. Don't think he must be hooking up with some other girl. It could literally be anything, or it could be that there's something within him that no longer desires you. And either way, it's okay. However, the sooner you get down to the bottom of it, the better for you. So if you're in the situation that this person is in and they're feeling like this person is going to break off the dating situation, all you can do is address what's going on. Don't be that girl that waits it out because you're scared that he wants to break it off. No, if he don't want to date you, you shouldn't want to date him. That shouldn't make you want to go out of character and do something out of character to try to win him over, swindle him to be with you, or make him or force him to want to date you. Absolutely not. The only thing you can do is address it. And maybe he will come out and say, you know what, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Then what you can do, thank you. I appreciate you for telling me and being honest. And we're good. Take care. And then you move on. You don't follow him on anything. You delete his whole phone number. You delete the text thread. And or maybe he is not going to say he doesn't want to date you anymore. Then we have to find out what he has going on exactly and how you two can both work together to get back on track. It could be something at work. It could be something going on with his family. It could be something going on with his children. He could be having some issues within himself. It could literally be anything. So the point is not to jump to conclusions. You get down to what's going on with him. Or the last one, it could be you don't get jack squat from him when you do address what's going on, and he don't give you nothing. He goes into silent mute mouth man mode. And if he does that, girlfriend, if you don't know what you need to do, you need to go back right now after this video is over with and look at what you need to do when he goes and turns into a mute mouth man, because that is something you should not tolerate under any circumstances. So I've gave you some options here. I've given you some options. Your job is to pick what option applies to you and then act accordingly. You got it? Is it getting good? I hope so. Talk to you later.